What's up, everybody? Welcome to Boing Beyond episode number 12. I know it has been a long time coming on this one. I'm behind on shows like 3 weeks, guys. We got back from AMI West. I was totally slammed with other things going on in life. I went to do the broadcast. As you guys know, my father passed away on Sunday. So it's been kind of a rough ride for your boy over here, but I'm trying to do my best to get through this. I think the service is going to be on Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll definitely keep you guys posted. But all right, well, let's jump into a couple quick little things I want to show off. Then we'll jump into the show. Basically, we're going to do a little bit of a cool little thing from Bill Basario's YouTube. I borrowed a couple items from old Bill over there to show you guys. I thought you guys would enjoy watching over here. Then we're going to jump over to the X5000, and we're going to check out some serious sound, which I got going, which is pretty cool. We have some awesome items to check out right now first. So let's jump into those real quick. We'll switch the camera over to the old big view, man. As you guys tell, I look like I'm freaking miserably tired because I haven't slept worth of crap for quite some time here. So anyway, let's jump into it, dudes, and check out some of the cool stuff I got in here. If you guys do not remember, at AMI West, I am the this year's Zacharias Award winner, which is pretty amazing. So because of that, I did a lot of research like I do, and I've actually found his program here that he used to sell all across the United States. A bunch of Amiga shows. He would travel out, John Zachariah would, and peddle his wares. This is AE mail. So I got the full version. I ended up finding this on eBay. I don't even know how I found it, but I did. So I was super excited. It cost me like 12 bucks. So there's a nice little insert in here. It talks about the program and what's going on with it, your registration, update information, a little bit more stuff on the back here. And obviously this website is no longer active. So this is John Zachariah's program. Him and his daughter and whatnot would travel around and sell. So I thought that'd be pretty cool to show you guys. I do not have it running yet. I plan on getting it running here at some point. So let me swig this coffee out of this Boing Ball cup, boy. Woo, let's go, Boing Beyond. All right, next thing up, I still haven't even plugged it in yet to even play with it. So this is the Rebowl right here. Check this out. Assassin Wrath, one of his brainchilds here. So this is one of the projects we'll have for the next show here next week, guys. We'll check this out, and we'll check out the AE mail. And we got a package in the mail here all the way from Great Britain. So you know what we're going to do. We're going to rip this open here. Haven't even checked this one out yet. And I'll do a show on this here. Let's see, probably Tuesday I'll have something up for you guys. I'll see how I'm feeling though. We got Amiga format. Check it out. Oh my Lord. Check out the cover on that bad boy, huh? And you got the wannabe on the back there. Woo, look at that toy. All right, so we got a brand new magazine in, guys. And like I said, we'll go through this magazine like I like to do, cover to cover all the way through it. And we'll check out this Amiga Addict here on I think it's Tuesday. So we'll check that out, guys. I want to let you guys know I got the new Amiga Addict magazine. All right, so let's jump in. Looks like Bill Basario had paid for this awesome song to be made for Amiga 40th VCF West, which you guys know I attended and stuff. So we're going to jump right into that Amiga song, and then I'll be right back with you guys here when that kicks off. Enjoy. Magical Synth Adventures. Commissioned by Bill Basari for Amiga 4th at Silicon Valley, VCF West. All right, enjoy. So it begins. You appeared in a time of great unrest. Source of light and divide so light.
particles of color explode onto my screen. Signals rise to stir up on my polyphonic dreams. A panicked scream world, but maybe tonight we'll reinvent ourselves and start again.
See you in another 40 years.
Boom! That was freaking amazing. Hope you guys enjoyed that jam. Thanks, Bill Basario. That was awesome little beat there that you had made up. Looks like chat still Ghost Town, guys. It is 6 a.m. in the morning over here at Amiga Boing Ball Land. I'm just trying to hold it together the best I can here and give you guys episode 12. I promise you, episode 13 will be a stellar one, guys. Just the old brain's just not in there. Hopefully some people will show up in the chat so we can do some talking this morning. Oh, let's jam that coffee out. All right, so next thing up, guys, we are going to talk about the elusive information that we found out now about the Amiga 4000 NG from AMIGAKIT. Check that out, the 4000 NG. I finally got some information on it to share with you guys from the dev team. So I thought we'd drop that up next for you guys. So let's check out that information we got from the dev team over there, AMIGAKIT. Let's go. Oh my God, look at that ludicrous speed.
Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take it.
What's the matter, Colonel Sanders? Chicken?
Prepare ship! Prepare ship for ludicrous speed!
Ludicrous speed! Go!
so freaking fast. The brand new 4000 NG from AMIGAKIT coming out pretty soon. You guys want to check out my cool socks I got on? Check these out. Woo, we got the Boing Ball socks on, boys. It's freaking early. 6:14 a.m. over here at the Boing Ball HQ, guys. Like I said, just kind of hanging out this morning. Totally wasn't in the mood to do the show last night. I came in here, everything was set up, ready to ride, man, but I just couldn't stop thinking about my dad. So, and I'm at that point right now where I can't stop thinking about him again. It's definitely a rough one, you know. For anybody who knows my personal story, spent about the last 4 or 5 years trying to repair a relationship I never had with the guy, and bam, now he's gone. So, like I said, just grateful that I had the opportunity to do what I did with him, do some fishing, some little bit of hunting stuff. You know, got us a boat, nice little bay liner we used to jam around on the lakes on, go fishing with and stuff. So he really, really enjoyed the boat, man. He hated being on the shore fishing. He's always said, man, someday we're going to get a boat and I'm stand here on the shore and fish. So that was one of his favorite things, to take the bay liner out and do some fishing, take the grandkids out, do some tubing and stuff out the lakes all around here in California. Definitely had a blast doing it. And he'll definitely forever be missed over here from me. All right, another one I borrowed from Bill Basario. Thanks, Bill. This is the Del Luck Assassin Rack. They're going to show you guys this awesome freaking dev box. I guess there's only 100 of these boxes made, per what Del Luck said. It's about a 14-minute video. So let's dive into this. We'll check it out. I gave everyone their appropriate tags in the beginning so you guys know who filmed it and where it's from anyway. So again, not my production. This is a Bill Basari production. I just borrowed it from Bill. Anyway, guys, again, thank you for hanging out with me here. Episode 12 of Boing and Beyond with your boy Ghetto Finger Gaming. And let's jump into that cool interview, or show and tell, or whatever you want to call it. All right, let's go. Amiga engineer Carl Sathrath and Del Luck talk about a pair of devs. Boy, let's do it. You guys can follow, let me pause this really fast. You guys can follow Bill Basario's YouTube there. So make sure you guys give that guy a follow.
You can talk about where you found the machine or whatever, and I'll talk about where whack came from.
So this is the black dev box. There are about 100 of these made, seeded to early software developers for the Amiga computer before we had really an OS and a disk file system, and they would use it to download code that they would be working on for the Amiga and test out. It was very primitive, and typically either a terminal or it went through another computer so that they could use a modem program. And you talk to Carl's ROM whack.
Well, let me talk about where whack came from. So I wrote a debugger called whack, as in whacking a bug. And it was a developer tool that was available, you know, that you would load and use for debugging. But I realized that if you were running your code and you had an exception of any kind, that you didn't necessarily have the debugger loaded. So that was the reason for putting ROM whack in, so that it was native to the ROMs and would pop you to, you know, the console and let you type in commands and sort of poke around a little bit, you know, and hopefully you'd find some clue that would tell you why your program crashed. So you could look at your variables or whatever.
Right. You could look at your
memory.
You could look at the memory. You could look at the stack. You could look at you could disassemble code, and
it was cheap to do. It was only like 2,800 bytes or 3K or something.
And you didn't have to actually remember what the commands were, as long as you just read the bottom line. It says press question mark, and it gave you what were the allowable keystrokes at that point. So I could dump memory, Dump. Word. Okay, let me look at this. Dump. Memory.
There we go.
So that's dumping the location 0, which is where the 68,000 interrupt vectors were, and actually we're looking at the same time, we're looking at it up here.
Could you provide any offset, or was it always from 0?
No, yeah, I
provide offset.
yeah, I just press return, and it was just used with 0. You could fill memory, word, and give it a start address and then an end address, and then so 16-bit word. Word is 16 bits, so I could do like F0, and you look up here. So we just filled some RAM.
See the fill happen. Yeah.
Yes, see the fill happen. You can also poke at the I/O, the chip memory, with the poke command, poke word, and then the chip. The base of the I/O of the chip registers is a DFF, and 180 is the offset to the color palette. And so I could put like full bright. Let's just do B. This is blue. And so if you look at this, the background color should turn to blue. And so that's poking at the color palette in the Denise chip.
So what's cool is it's always there. It's always in memory. You know, it's always in the ROM, so you can use it whenever. You don't need to have a floppy even running.
Right. So and then when an exception happened, where there wasn't. This is before Guru meditation number, and screens and stuff like that. It would break into the debugger, and you'd immediately get, as long as you hooked up to a serial port, you would. And so you could look at what was the program counter when the exception happened.
So on this box, how is it that it entered ROM whack right off? Was there an exception when you booted that caused it to go to this? Or
well, it tried to load something from the floppy and it failed, and so it had nothing to do.
So this wasn't the normal boot sequence. This was a box that was running something special.
This is a box. Well, for this is what the boot sequence was. This is a development system.
Yeah, but my development system would boot from floppy.
Well, and it would try, but there was nothing in the
Oh,
in
and
the
it would
floppy.
always fall back to ROM
Yeah, it
whack.
would fall back to ROM.
Okay.
Yeah, so it failed to find something on the floppy, and it would like, well, what do you want to do now? Kind of.
Yeah.
So in here, so there's the ROM board there, and this is the original Amiga CPU board, and 3.5-inch floppy, an old switching power supply. This is Dev Unit 118, which I think this might have been the last one that they actually made. And then over here is Dev 002, the second one. Well, actually,
Bring the camera
can you bring the camera?
I got a close-up of it earlier.
And this one actually went to Don't Ask. The guys who did the voice of the Amiga software.
Oh yeah.
They also did the same thing for the Mac, but this was provided to them to develop the
Narrator device?
The narrator device and the annunciator and so this is a very early version of this board. The layouts of the chips is different.
Yeah, it's completely different.
And it's also it's aluminum case. So I've forgotten we made these. I think that's about it for the ROM whack thing.
When you would build a new ROM image, how did you physically get it over here? I mean, was it did you load it from disk, or you load it over serial?
We burned proms.
Oh, okay. So this wasn't something where you okay.
There were no EEPROM, and then
Physically put them in.
yeah, use a screwdriver, pull them out, and so these are segregated by. There's an exec ROM, there's one with graphics, and I think there's a debug ROM in here.
But there was also an extension memory where you could load into the extension memory and then boot out of that, because the way that exec scan for modules, right? You could scan that, but it could also scan another piece of memory and find things in another piece of memory.
Right, and that piece of memory would plug into, I think it plugged into here.
And that saved you a lot of time because you didn't have to blow the ROMs every time you wanted to change something. So that's how I did a lot of development.
Right.
What did the build environment live on? Was it like a Sun workstation, or did you all do this on HP 3000s? Or
no, there were different ones over time.
Originally, it was a Sage, the Sage 4.
Okay.
Running Idris, Weissman's Idris Unix lookalike operating system, and then we would do. There was a C compiler on there and assembler, and then we would build S records and then download them. I think the L command would load S record files into a specific place in memory, and then we just like go 2000 or something.
And I was using the HP 64000 development system, so that's where I would build exec. So exec was always built on the 64000.
That was a pretty sweet little box back in the day.
That was a really nice, that was an amazing box that could even exist. It had an in-circuit emulator that you could plug in and replace the chip. So it was running a 68000 emulated, right? Which was wonderful for debug. That's the best kind of debug you can get.
You could watch the registers, you could watch everything.
That sped things up a lot.
Yeah, and so the code that he was writing could exist inside the 64000. It didn't need the RAM and the ROM actually working. It could actually run inside the 64000 and then twiddle the bits and the address stuff on the 68000 as we're trying to bring up the hardware.
So then after Commodore bought Amiga, we all got Sun Workstation.
Sun 2 Workstation.
So that's when we switched over to, I actually ported the Green Hills compiler.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I went down to Green Hills and got the compiler. We bought it from them for, I don't know, like some crazy amount of money.
Yeah.
And then got it running on the...
yeah, because it made much better code than the...
It made really good code, yeah. Very optimized compared to anything else.
So, and then it was a while before they finally went to be self-hosting and would use the Lattice C compiler to generate Amiga, the Amiga system software.
How many of these were internal to Commodore, and how many were farmed out to third-party developers for tools development, would you say?
Well, there were a lot.
You just mentioned Lattice.
Are you talking about these black boxes?
Yeah, Microsoft.
There was Manx. There was a bunch of people that developed early tools.
There was a text editor. There's like TextCraft.
Yeah.
And GraphCraft and Island Graphics had one. And there's Electronic Arts.
Well, they had several of them. Yeah.
Yo, I'm pausing it real quick. I mean, you got some powerhouse in this video. You got Sassenrath, you got Luck back there, you got the ex-CEO Lightfoot back there of Commodore. You got Trevor Dickinson in there. I saw a couple other guys peek their heads in as well. Also, welcome in Music. Good to have you here this morning, man. Welcome back to the show. And I'll jump back in. I won't stop it again, guys. Just want to point it out, man. There's definitely some heavy hitters in the community standing around these guys today on this one.
Yeah, because they were also developing the IFF format. It was great.
Wait, was that considered from the very beginning that they would do that? Or?
No, that came along.
I thought that's what it was.
That was Greg Reicher was always spending time with us, and he was the guy. He was a representative from Electronic Arts, and it was like, hey, it needs to be a standard format so we can write our games or whatever and have the standard format.
Right.
Yeah, that was amazing.
The fact that they didn't make it proprietary and they made it open,
that helped.
really destructive.
Yeah.
Does this debugger exist in customer ROMs
Yeah.
somewhere?
Oh, it's in every box.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think so.
I think so.
I haven't looked recently.
Unless
they took it out.
Yeah, unless they ran out of ROM.
Yeah, Bryce may have taken it out if he needed extra space. You know, Bryce Nesbitt took over exec
But I mean, this was in which versions of the OS? You know, how late? 1.1, 1.2?
Well, this is okay. So we
the ROMs, but it was the ROMs were the version 1.1 ROMs.
yeah, certainly in that. In
1.3 they started getting
probably
more
it was probably in 2, and it may have been taken out for 3 if it wasn't.
At that point, they were all reliant on having a drive. You couldn't boot the OS just purely from
Well, that's
ROM.
true.
So at that point, why would you take it out? How many bytes is it?
There were a lot of
We
changes.
can always do a ROM dump today, and I can just look for those strings to find. You'll eventually figure out the start address of wherever it lives if it's still there.
Right. Do a ROM dump. You get the ROMs anywhere on the
I know. It's really cool.
So the pattern on the screen. Sorry, I'm late. That's the memory map.
That's the memory map. So what I
If you look closely, you can see counters. You can see
They're moving.
little
You can see
counters.
these
it's actually live.
it's live. That's the vertical blank interrupt. And and so that's the splitter, or not splitter, but the display memory address pointer is pointing at 0. And it's just a single bit plane, and it's just putting it up on the screen with a.
We don't ever see this. Like when you crash your computer every once in a while, you see this come up and you think, it's garbage, I killed my computer.
Well, if it was,
That is the computer.
that's like address 0, and that's where the chip memory is. So you're looking at the first.
You could probably poke the address and move it anywhere you want, right? From the keyboard.
I
you
could.
register it.
Where's my cheat sheet? Right here. Yeah, there's my. So anyway, this is what people use. They played with the registers. They probably poked at the blitter to try to make the blitter do stuff.
Did you get suggestions, enhancements from the devs that had this machine? Hey, could you do this, and this to the debugger that you incorporated?
No, there wasn't enough room. It was, that was the smallest debugger I could come up with.
Right.
Yeah. Even putting those strings in there for the auto, you notice how it auto-completed the words. That was like, extra memory used for strings.
Right. Well, they put the strings out here, and then so maybe they're just
Yeah, but they had to be in memory.
Right.
So they were in the ROM. Yeah.
Anyway,
That's it.
Thank you all very, very much.
you're welcome.
Welcome. Yeah. One day.
All right, guys, that was Sassenrath and Bill Luck. Dale Luck there. Oh, we got a camera problem real quick. 1 second, guys. Let me unplug this camera. Once again, this camera does this to us. All right, guys, let me fix that camera real quick. That was Dale Luck and your boy Sassenrath. Now we're going to jump in real quick. Sorry, it's totally not awesome looking. I think it's about as best I'm going to be able to do it for you guys today. But we're going to jump in here. I finally got... Let me get that going there. All right, guys, that was Dale Luck and Sassenrath showing you guys the awesome beta. I don't know if you call it beta box or dev box or whatever, but that was a pretty awesome video to be able to learn some of the stuff about that. And I guess the program lives in everyone's box still today. So I guess they talked about in the video how to find it. So that's kind of cool, actually. All right, so here we go. We got the camera fixed now. We're going to show you guys the awesome setup I have going now over here on the X5000, which is this rig here, which happens to be my all-time daily driver. You know what? Let's show you guys a couple other things I did now. I moved some stuff around in here finally. So we moved over the 1200 over here. So I got the 1200 hooked up now to the Checkmate monitor and the A1222 Plus. I've also deployed my baby over here finally. I don't have her completely hooked up though. Let's hope this camera stays with us. I don't have her all the way hooked up yet, so we can't show her off. But I do have my 5000 now out here on the desk. And this is my A1200 NG from AMIGAKIT. And we got old C32 over there. So I got that finally done now. Let me get back over this little hump here and we'll take us back over. So that's cool. I got that all deployed now. I did that yesterday trying to keep my mind off stuff. So let's jump in here now and we'll take a look. I wish I could get a lot closer to that. Let me, I really need to honestly hook this thing up. I don't know why I don't use it. It's sitting right here. Look, I have this, but only thing I don't like about it is, as you know, these Amiga ones do not have HDMI audio, so it's kind of a nightmare for me to get the audio going, and I don't want to play this quiet stuff, so I have to figure that out and stop being a sissy, I guess, and get it done. All right, well, let's check this out. We're going to jump in here and check out some Serious Sam on the X5000 real quick. Maybe if I move, let me try this, hold on. Let's try this real quick, guys. Let me see how it works. There we go. Might be able to play like that. Hopefully we can. Really wish I could move it over a little bit more. And once again, welcome in everybody to episode 12 of Boing and Beyond. All right, we got Serious Sam, first encounter, and the second encounter right here through the launcher. These games are on sale right now at GOG. I paid like $1, man, for each one of these. Like $2, I think 30 cents total, and I got to own both. But we'll go ahead and we'll launch the first one. Probably turn the surround sound down a little bit so we're not waking everybody up in the neighborhood, since it is 6:33 a.m. right now. All right, there she goes. And I'm super stoked about this one. I really love the Serious Sam series. I think it's great. I love all the ports that come out here for the Amiga ones. I definitely like that a lot. Ooh, look, there it is, boys. Ooh, Serious Sam. I'm gonna turn up a little bit more. Just a little bit. All right, we'll jump in here and we'll do a little bit of gameplay. I'll show you guys off this little part right here. Again, I don't have it completely fully configured on the settings yet. I just got this going yesterday. But so far, it's been super fun, man. I see some of the guys running in window mode. I don't like window mode. I did see there's a setting in there for widescreen. I have not checked it yet, but I'll definitely mess with some of the settings a little bit better. But there's the intro for number 1. I think it's pretty awesome. Let's jump in. And we'll check it out. Serious Sam. Not press escape. Oh, look at that. We got a guru, boys. We got ourselves a guru. Don't know why. Let me, we might have to reboot the whole machine, man. Usually with this X5000, if there's any kind of an error like that, I got to reboot the whole rig. So hold on. We're going to do a reboot here. Not sure why she guru'd on us, but she did. Live failure right here, right now. I still can't update this machine to update 3, by the way. I'm having a hell of a time. I've tried manual install. I've tried everything. I might have to just do a full wipe on it to get number 3 to update 3 to go. On the 1222 Plus, it was simple, man. I hit a button, fully installed, no issues. But ever since I've tried to install 3 on here, it has messed up a few of my things, and hence why we just got that wonderful error. So let's try it again here, guys. See, it says some script error just popped up, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to play this or not, man. I might groove her out and have to reinstall this whole thing here. We'll try it though. Ooh, look at that. Yes, network play does work. I had read a few articles online about network play. You got split screen demo mode, mods. They say do not use mods on this one because it'll just hose it all. We'll just do a new game, put on easy. Yeah, so I'm not sure why we got ourselves a little guru action, but I have found on these Amiga ones, man, as soon as you get that, you got to reboot the whole rig, or it's just going to be a nightmare over and over and over. At the dawn of the 21st century, mankind makes a startling discovery. Beneath the sands of the earliest known human civilization, traces of another, even more ancient but technologically advanced civilization are uncovered. The profound scientific implications of these discovered leads humankind to the far reaches of the universe. Everything seems perfect, but too perfect to last. In the year 2104, human civilization is attacked by countless deadly monsters spawned from another dimension. Oh God, you don't like stuff from another dimension. In the battles that follow, mankind fights valiantly, but nothing can stop the monsters from coming. Earth forces are steadily defeating planet by planet from Alpha Centauri back to their own solar system. Because of the extreme bravery in battling monsters, Sam Serious Stone becomes a legend. Wounded countless times, but never defeated, Serious Sam becomes a living symbol of the Earth's resistance against the advanced evil. But no matter how bravely the human armies fight, they are defeated time and time again. Attempts to defeat the solar system fail, and the Earth is now under direct attack. Humankind stares into the face of its own annihilation. World leaders must now turn to their last chance, an ancient artifact called the Time Lock, a relic from a long-forgotten race imbued with the power to teleport a single person back in time. The choice of whom to send is obvious. Probably Serious Sam, I'm thinking. Probably be a good idea to send him over. All right, let's jump over here to the big view. All right, there we go. We're in the big view now. I mean, it looks great, man. Plays pretty freaking great. Like I said, I don't have the settings 100% dialed in yet, as I just began playing with it yesterday for like 45 minutes. So welcome in everybody to Boing Beyond episode 12. If you're just showing up, you missed some of the juicy stuff from the beginning. You can catch it back on the VOD after I'm done here. But we're gonna check this out for a little bit here, and then we'll call it. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for episode 13. Serious Sam. All right, let's skip all the good stuff here. Let's go back. Hit that, and we're gonna hit exit out of here. All right, so here we go, boys and girls. So this has actually been a pretty good little run, like I said. I played this a lot back in the day. Of course, I have mine on full screen, so it's not gonna be running as great as some of the other ones do be running. But why is he jumping for? We don't want that. Stop jumping, buddy. That's for health. We don't need health yet. Oh, there's another bad guy over here. Bang, bang. There'll be some dudes over here. I think to the right. Oh, we're dual wielding. Let's go. Dual wielding. And that's just an elevator thing. So we'll go ahead and jam down here. He's got to be behind me. Dual wielding for the win. Yeah, take that. Serious Sam. Dun, dun, dun. Come on. Oh, that guy's stuck on the wall over there. We'll take full advantage of that. Whoa, whoa, calm down. Check your mail. We do not want to check our mail. All right, here we go. We're going inside. Oh, this guy's a beast mode right here. You have been annihilated. It's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye. All right, let's get all this armor. Let's go down over here on the other side too. Grab all this. Armor, baby. What's down there? See, I'd probably jump in there and die with my luck. I'm not even going to take the bait. We're going to keep rolling in. Shotguns, let's go. Oh, here we go. First little bit of hell right here. So the key with this game is you have to stay moving. If you don't keep moving, you will die. Oh, we're out of ammo already. Well, heavens to hell. Haha. Look at that. Oh, good Lord. Come on. Watch, this thing's immune to pistol. Oh my God, almost got me. Haha, you've been dominated. Let's check around for some treasures. Ooh, armor. Gotta love that. We'll take that big armor suit. All right, pretty good, man. So there's a quick little demo for you guys of Serious Sam. And I think that's it. We're going to call it here on episode 12, and that's it, man. Hope you guys are having an amazing holiday out there today. I'll have a fantastic show for you guys on episode 13 next week on Wednesday. Again, appreciate every single last one of you guys for coming in. It was a little bit of a slower day. Today, obviously, it's 6:42 a.m. in the morning. So a lot of guys are still in bed or not around online. So anyway, plus it's a holiday. So once again, guys, thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed Boing Beyond episode number 12. And I'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Have a good one, man. Boing Beyond. I'm out of here, guys. I'm out. Let's go.